Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome. Let's take a second. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. We are here with the Tome of Stinkers. This right here, let's get it over here. The Jones Complete Bar Guide. Who is Jones? We'll never know, I don't think. We must have been drinking when we named Jones. We are here on a Wednesday. We were going to do a battle box. Let me put it this way. Let's try and speak into the microphone, but also lean forward. I've heard that if I lean too far forward, nobody can hear me on the microphone. We were this close. We were this close to doing tuna water battle box. We were this close. I went to the dentist today. And now listen, I don't know if tuna water is going to affect my dental cleaning, but I don't think the first thing I should be shoving into my face immediately after getting my teeth white. Look how nice they look. I don't think that was a good idea. So I promise, we will do tuna water battle box at some point. But instead, I went on a little magical journey. I brought out the Tome of Stinkers. Jones Complete Bar Guide. Now, I'm not saying everything in here is a stinker, but per drink, there are more stinkers in here than anywhere else. And I found a drink that caught my eye. I understand I am a YouTuber. Can we even call me a YouTuber? I am on YouTube. And thus, I need to get a little, not ROI, a little, what is it when like people click on your stuff? I figured putting naked lady in the thing with the picture of, still got the tape on it. I don't know what YouTube is up to, but I figured the naked lady would get me a few clicks. But it does sound like it could go one way or the other, this naked lady cocktail. Let me say hello to the people and then we'll get really deep into it. Let me say hello over here too. Let me say good evening, Shawnee Pannebaker. Good to see you, Stephanie Husband, and I assume Michael's here. Let's see. There he is. Wishing us a very happy hump day. Both husbands are here. Good to see you, husbands. DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Tucky Derby. The Naked Lady. Sure catches your attention. It's exactly what it does. It catches your attention. That's what I needed. I needed a little attention catching today. Let's see what else we got here. We got KT, Kyle Tender is in the house. Hello, Kyle Tender. That's not what I meant to push. What I meant to push. There you go. Amy Beer is here. Good to see you, Amy Beer. Always a pleasure, never a chore, as they say. Let's see who else we got here. Moose. We are celebrating Moose's birthday on Saturday. So if you're interested in celebrating Moose's birthday, Saturday, be here. Cocktail Lulu is here, also reminding us that it is, in fact, hump day. Forlorn Hope. My goodness. Forlorn Hope is becoming an absolute fixture at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Good to see you, Forlorn Hope. Nina Slice. Hopefully following in Forlorn Hope's shoes. Soon we will have 2 new regulars hanging out at the bar. This bar is going to be very crowded here soon, guys. You might want to start getting here super early because I can't let all of you in. I think the reason we never go over 30 concurrent viewers is I don't think YouTube lets you do that. I think at 30, start kicking people out. So there we go. We were looking for a tuna juice box today. We are not. We were this close to doing that, but I could not handle it. I guess the UF Mark is here. Oh, there he is. Our resident Gator, Chomp Chomp. Good to see you. And there we go. Okay. Jones Guide. Jones Guide gives me hope that I can do this show for the rest of my life. There are something like, how many does it say? It says, I think it says somewhere on here that there's something like 20,000 cocktails in this book. If we do 3 a week, for however many cocktails in here, I figured it out that I could do this show just going straight through the Jones Guide. I could do one cocktail 3 days a week, and we could do this show for 8.5 years. So we're gonna try. We're trying to get all of them done. But I was going through and I found a cocktail called the Naked Lady. I immediately stood up from where I was and I sprinted to a computer. It looked silly. The way that I sprinted. I don't run very, like, I'm not like a gazelle. I don't look good running. And I found the Naked Lady. A number of people have written about the Naked Lady. One website says that perhaps Harry Craddock created the Naked Lady. Well, if Harry Craddock created the Naked Lady in the early 1900s, surely it would be in Harry Craddock's book, the Savoy Cocktail book. Well, if we just go right to where the Naked Lady should be, we are going to see, spoiler alert, not in here. Should be in between the Napoleon and the Negroni. It is not in here. So that leads me to believe that perhaps Harry Craddock did not create the Naked Lady. Everybody else says that it's a pretty good cocktail. I have my doubts. Seems odd. Seems like an odd way to build a cocktail. But what do I know? It seems to break a bunch of conventions. So let's get into it. We're going to be making it because this is the only book I could find it in. Lots of different recipes all over the world. But this is the only book that I could find it in. So we are going to be making it from the book recipe, which is going to be 3/4 of an ounce of rum, 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth, 1/2 ounce of apricot brandy. Now we had to make a decision here. Do we use the apricot brandy that I have here, which is made by Hiram Walker, or do we instead do the Drillard peach? I think we're going to do the peach. We're going to mess it up just a little bit. All right, we're going to do the peach instead of the apricot because it's a better brand. Gives us a little more hope that this will go on. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice and 2 dashes of grenadine. Hopefully we can remember that. Putting Jones away. See you, Jones. I would, for most of those ingredients, I would stir this cocktail. But the lemon juice and the grenadine make me believe this is a shaker. I don't know what to do. It doesn't tell me in Jones's book. Doesn't tell me in Jones's book. No, let's just see if it tells me in Jones's book. I marked the page just so I don't have to go looking for it. No. Oh, it does say shake. Okay, so it's a shaker. So we're shaking this one. It seems a lot like it is a Manhattan sort of build, but then in comes, just kicking the door down, in comes lemon juice. I got to get in there, boys. I got to put me in, coach. It's me, lemon juice. I got to save the day. Come on, coach. Put me in. It also doesn't tell me what type of rum. There were some suggestions of just a gold rum. Some suggestions of one suggestion, the Cocktail Virgin, whose blog I absolutely adore. Hopefully we can get the Cocktail Virgin on the show one time. Suggested that we use Ron Jeremy's. It's called Ron de Jeremy. For any of you who don't know, he's the Hedgehog. He was a pornography star. Apparently he put out a rum. He suggested that. I figured instead we would find something that we like. So we're going to put in some Myers rum. This is just a Jamaican rum. Nice and easy, nice and simple. We're going to start by building this basically into an equal parts, a 1-to-1 rum Manhattan. That's how we started off. We're going to put in 3/4 of an ounce of some rum. So find a rum that you like. To be very honest with you, obviously the rum is going to change us a lot. There's a lot of rum in here, so hopefully you guys can figure out a rum that you like. We're using Myers here. We're going to put in 3/4 of an ounce. I've seen this recipe already by other people being made at like 1.25 ounces. So if we make the cocktail, it's too much of one thing, it needs more rum, it needs more sweet vermouth, then we can do that. Hopefully it doesn't need more sweet vermouth because I think we only have about 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth left. We are right here at the end of our sweet verm. This is the Sole by Trader Joe's. They make a vermouth. Find a red, Italian, sweet. Are there other words for it? Red, Italian, sweet. Find a vermouth that's dark. 3/4 of an ounce of that. Excellent. 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 Okay. I would drink this. A 1-to-1 rum Manhattan is basically date night for me. I'm feeling very romantic about the way the world is moving. The stars are shining upon the spaghetti that is in my date's mouth and in my mouth for some reason. We both have the same strand of spaghetti. How did it happen? I don't know, but I don't care that much because, of course, I'm drinking a 1-to-1 rum Manhattan. It's a great drink. Why do we have to go mess it up? Because we're not drinking a 1-to-1 rum Manhattan. We are drinking a naked lady. So let's get into it. We'll start over here with our lemon juice. We make our lemon juice here in-house. There we go. Give it a little shake so it doesn't look so crazy. We make the pseudo juice. We use Steve the Bartender. Shout out Steve the Bartender. We use his online calculator to make our pseudo juice. Makes it right every time. Really nice. Just honestly, I think if you just look up pseudo juice calculator and then just put in Steve, it'll show up. That's how we make our pseudo juice. That's how we make our lime juice and our lemon juice. Incredibly simple, incredibly easy. We just need 3/4 of an ounce of some lemon juice. Let's see how we do. Sorry. Stop it. Stop pouring. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Whew. Saved it. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Cool. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Seems like we messed it up. I don't think I've ever put citrus into a Manhattan. I mean, obviously like an orange peel. I don't know. Maybe it'll be great. Seems like we're going down a very dark path. Yes, very close call. Almost, phew, says Kyle. Whew. Close call, says Cocktail Lulu. We almost screwed up everybody's drink. This right here is peach liqueur. Now, can we call this is creme de pêche? Creme de pêche, they call it. Technically, is it peach brandy? Probably not. I don't know. Is creme de pêche peach brandy? It's a liqueur. Technically not a brandy, I guess. It's made in Stamford, Connecticut, famously where the other version of The Office took place. That's where that's where Andy's branch was, and Karen's branch. I don't know. I think this will have to do, because I really think we ruin a lot of cocktails by putting, and no offense to Hiram Walker, you guys had a big run in the 80s. You guys were on top of the world. Hopefully you socked some of that money away that you were making during the 1980s for like kids, colleges and all that stuff. Hopefully you did that, because you guys aren't the big dog in the arena anymore. We're now using things like Drillage. So find yourself a peach brandy. Creme de pêche mode, says Nina Slice. This is going to be very 80s pop. This little creme de pêche we're putting in here. Kind of a dark side, finding our own personal Jesus. Go ahead and put in 1/2 ounce of some creme de pêche or some peach brandy or some apricot brandy if you want to do it right. 1/2 ounce. Everything counts in large amounts. I think Dr. Seuss said that. Everything counts in large amounts. And only flugelflogs can bounce. Is that, I think that's what it is. Okay. Grenadine. I have heard that this is the reason that this was called the Naked Lady is because eventually, when we are finished with this, it should have the creamy color of a nude woman. I don't think it's going to work. Personally, I don't think that's going to work. This is grenadine. We make our own grenadine here. We shun Rose's grenadine. We don't want any Rose's grenadine. It calls for 2 drops. Make sure that I'm saying that right. It's pronounced drops. Drops. Is that how I'm supposed to pronounce it? Sorry, 2 dashes. Okay, that's a little better. 2 dashes of this stuff. So I feel like 2 dashes, I think that can equal a bar spoon. So we're going to take our bar spoon here. We're going to put in just our grenadine. It's just pomegranate juice with equal parts sugar. Fill it all the way up, and then right there. I put a little orange flower water in mine just to give it a little bit of spice. A little bit of flower water, and we're good. Let me just bring in Naked Lady Cam. That does not look like the creamy skin of anything. Maybe that's why it's a shaker. We shake a cocktail. Obviously, we're infusing it with a bunch of bubbles. The bubbles will bubble up. Find a way to give this a creamier texture. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. I don't know what happened to my ice pinchers. They are elsewhere. Despite the fact that this is a very booze-heavy cocktail, it does have vermouth in it. I'm trying to think of other cocktails that you shake once vermouth is put into them. I mean, I suppose Chimp in Orbit. That's one that you do. What else would you shake that has vermouth? I mean, James Bond's Martini, but that's specifically there in front of me. What does that mean, Kyle? They're not in front of me. My ice pinchers are not in front of me. Yeah, it just seems odd. It seems like an odd thing to do. So we're going to go ahead and shake a cocktail with vermouth into it. A little bit of lemon in here. So technically we are in shaking category. Let's see how we do. Oh, in the tub. That makes sense. Let's just check the tub real quick. I'd like to report, Kyle, they are not in the tub. We'll find them some other time. Okay. We have pre-chilled a glass. Crack this open. There we go. This is an interesting look into the Green's life. Howdy, y'all. Lulu. Oh, the puppy. I see. Not Lulu. Cocktail Lulu. Got bored with snuggling, so I'm free to chat now. Okay, good. Whew. Well, good to see you, pal. I owe Doug a call. Sorry about that, buddy. I got wrapped up in my day today. Let's go ahead and pour this out. Let's see if we were correct that this was called the Naked Lady because it has the skin tone of a naked lady. I suppose. I'm sure there are skin tones that are that color. It does seem like if I've spent way too much time, like I fell asleep on the beach, that could be the naked Cush. But I don't know. Maybe. That's the complexion of a woman that I need to get in the sun more. That's what I'm kind of saying. Yeah, a little sunburn. Yeah, it is a little red. Kind of a red look there. So I think maybe the people suggesting that the reason... let me be fair to all the people that suggested this. I did use a very dark Jamaican rum. So maybe that's where we went wrong. Maybe if I used a lighter rum, Forlorn Hope says Cush Lobster. I assume you are saying it in the voice that the front man of the B-52s. Can't do it right now. Voice is like 90% back, but the rest of it's there. Okay. We started off with a 1-to-1 rum Manhattan. We then added things like lemon, peach, and grenadine to it. Doesn't call for a garnish, so we're not going to put one on there. No need to make this better than it is. This is the Naked Lady. Let's see. Smells nice. Smells like rum. Okay. A lot going on. Oh yeah, sure. That's a good idea. I will put the recipes in the descriptions from now on, guys. Sorry, I forget to do it. Sometimes I don't know what the recipe is before we start the show, so I will put them in after we're done. So I'll put this one in here. There's a lot going. This seems like there might be 3 drinks in here. When I start off, it tastes like it is a, let's see. It's bizarre. Start off, it starts a little blank. Like it starts a little like, I'm expecting it because I saw that there was rum and sweet vermouth, and those were the big ones. I was expecting this to be sort of a stiff drink. The Naked Lady, not as stiff as I wanted it to be. Then the rum comes in after that with the sweet vermouth, but it's kind of subdued, kind of medium. I am extremely happy that I went with the peach, the good peach, as opposed to the let's say cheaper version, the Hiram Walker, because that's a big flavor in this. That really comes through. That's a big flavor. So if you have to switch out an ingredient, if you don't like apricot but you do like peach, I don't know what kind of person doesn't like apricot but does like peach. They're basically the same thing. I would recommend if you're gonna put any nice big ingredient in here, make it the fruit brandy. It's just missing. It's missing a little something. Now, other ingredients said more rum, more sweet vermouth. So maybe we'll try that. Let's see how much sweet vermouth we have left in here. If we have half an ounce, then we have enough to add the rest of it in. Oh God, we're spilling all over the place. Oh my, this is a disaster. Okay, sweet vermouth, that's half an ounce. That's the end of our sweet vermouth. Kyle, put that on my shopping list, please. And then half an ounce of some dark rum. Now, obviously, I've taken a couple sips of this, so we may be a little over our heads with how that's going. At this point, maybe we'll just put in like a touch of sweet or of grenadine. Maybe just a squeeze of lemon. And maybe just like an inkling of some of the peach, even though I think we probably have plenty of fruit brandy in here. We'll just put a little in here just so we have some equal parts, you know. Let's give this a little stir. Oh, let's look at it first. It's kind of cool how it looks like Mars, or it looks like Jupiter. There's the storm. There's the eye. Phobos. Or maybe that's the shadow of Phobos right here. And Phobos. Oh, there's a new star just opened up. Phobos is just traveling through. You don't even see it. Oh my gosh, where's it going? It's gonna run right into Titan. No. Don't worry about it. Let's see if we fix it. Just a touch more booze so that we are feeling that rum come through. Maybe even a stronger rum would have done as well. We got some sweet vermin here, sort of mellowing the rest of it out. Everything else bumped up a touch, but oh, that's better. Yeah. Kind of a drink without a home. This one is. It's certainly not a sour cocktail. It doesn't fall within the sour. It doesn't have that rich thickness that a sour normally has. Normally a sour, you can feel the juice in there. Don't really feel the juice in here. This feels like it should be an up drink. Certainly not a Manhattan martini style drink. Because it's sort of lost in the sauce somewhere in there. You know what it tastes more like than anything is a cobbler. Anybody's ever had like a sherry cobbler? This is very sherry cobbler-esque. It has maybe serving this up is the wrong way to do it. Maybe putting it over ice. But the problem with it over ice is it's already kind of thin. So if you put it over ice, it's going to melt, and you're going to run into that whole issue where, like, this is not going to be good if you add any more water to it. Yeah, the rum is nice up front. The lemon does something. It's just, let me just say, and please don't clip this. The Naked Lady has me confused. The Naked Lady has me absolutely baffled. What exactly am I looking at? What am I tasting on this Naked Lady? What are all these smells? What are all these sensations? The Naked Lady has my head spinning. Seems like it's 2 drinks in one. I can see how this would be somewhat exciting for somebody to have their first Naked Lady. It's a drink that I have not certainly experienced before. But the Naked Lady might not be for everybody. She might not be for everybody. Will I try the Naked Lady again? I hope so. It's up to the situation, I suppose. Nice, interesting. I don't know if the Naked Lady. Listen, learning a lot about myself right now. I don't know if the Naked Lady's for me. I don't know if I would go down the road and find the Naked Lady. Again, yes, not the first man to be confused by a woman. That's true. I feel like a lot of people would really like this. I think some people would absolutely throw their whole lives away for a drink like the Naked Lady. But for me personally, I think I got to be done. I think I'm going to go back to the Manhattan. Don't cut it off at man. I don't. Anyway, I feel like we fixed it as well as it can be. It's 2 different drinks. The sweet vermouth. Sweet vermouth is such a specific ingredient. Vermouth, wormwood, wine. Like, it's got that. Even though it's sweet, it adds like a length to a cocktail. It's supposed to sort of supposed to, like, I don't know, fill in the gaps, right? But for this one, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. I feel like the sweet vermouth is the problem. I think rum, lemon, apricot, grenadine. I feel like you got yourself a cocktail there. I think the issue we're running into here is the sweet vermouth, and I really I like sweet vermouth in almost everything. In this particular one, maybe less sweet vermouth, or maybe none at all. A confusing Naked Lady is so much better as a drinker or a stinker than the tuna water battle box I was worried we'd be watching today. All right, well, we listen. This show is not afraid to be odd. We are. I still think we're the only live. I haven't found the other ones, I still think we're the only live cocktail show. I don't think anybody else. I don't think personally, as the only person that I think that does a live cocktail show 3 nights a week. I don't recommend it. I don't think this is a great format. I mean, like, I love hanging out with you guys. This is my, it's easy for me. Turn on the cameras and I just wind me up and let me talk for a little bit. We get into, confusing naked ladies. I mentioned Phobos and Titan, the moons, in our solar system here at some point. It's a tough one. But that does mean that we are going to get into some weird stuff, because coming up with three different cocktails, up to 5 different cocktails a week to do live is going to lead us down some very weird paths. So as long as you guys are willing to go down those paths, I am certainly willing to go down those paths. But that does mean that we are definitely at some point going to be doing a tuna water battle box. So just get ready for it. I feel like that's very important for you. Kyle always yells at me. Sometimes my nose itches and it makes me look like I have feels like maybe I'm deep into the never mind. Joshua Dill says, I think the deep dives into a drink is a perfect live stream format. Keep doing it. All right, well, I will do. Thank you, Joshua Dill. Good to have you at the bar. Just saw Steve the bartender started some live show. I have to admit, this is so much better. Well, thanks, Moose. Listen, I love Steve the bartender. That guy's one of the best dudes there is. But he hasn't been doing it for 5 years. Eventually, at 5 years, if he's doing this in 5 years and has more than 2,000. I'll tell you exactly. 2,269 followers at that point. Well, then I guess he's the king. Thank you, Dougie G. Strapped in. Okay, we are going down the weird drunken path. Cheers to Joshua from everybody. Welcome, Joshua. Welcome, Joshua Dill. We love new people. I don't know how new Joshua is, but we love new commenters. That's what we got for you guys. Thank you so much. We dive somewhere into cocktails. I don't know how deep we get into them, but we certainly do them here 3 nights a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, except for today's a Wednesday. What happened there? I try and do 3 shows a week. We schedule them for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Any day with a T, you can turn on the YouTube and find me. However, tomorrow I have an event. Hopefully we can go live from the event. I don't know how much I'll be able to talk to you guys about it, but hopefully we'll be going live. So if you do see me pop up tomorrow, it may be on YouTube, it may be on Instagram, but check me out there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do I recommend the Naked Lady? I think you should try a Naked Lady before you decide to go down any other road. But maybe bring the vermouth a little bit back. It's a confusing statement. Very confusing all around. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Remember to duck tomorrow. I will remember to duck tomorrow. Newish. Joshua Dill, newish. Happy to be here. We're happy to have you, Joshua. Thank you guys so much for showing up. I will see you when. I don't think do I have a sound that says when I'll see you guys? I should get one. I really should revamp this whole what do you call it, the soundboard, because I really do think that sometimes they're funny. Let's see.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
That's when I'll see you. Until then, guys, what do we always say?
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
We're gonna find him one day. Then.
Bye. 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 I'm having a party, and you're invited. Are you trying to drive me crazy? Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
Goodbye.